Hello, dear students. Welcome back in class 9th chemistry. Students, I hope that you all are safe and sound at your homes. I also hope that you all are studying sincerely and working hard. Today, let us start a new chapter of chemistry, that is chapter 2 is matter around us pure. The main topic of today's lecture is classification of matter on the basis of its composition. In today's lecture, you will study in detail about classification of matter, pure substances, types of pure substances that are elements and compounds, mixtures and its types that are homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures, difference between pure substances and mixture, difference between compounds and mixture. Let us start with classification of matter. Students, in the previous chapter, you have learned that on the basis of physical state, matter is classified into three main types, that are solids, liquids and gases. Now let us see the classification of matter on the basis of its composition. Matter on the basis of its composition is mainly classified into two main types, that are pure substance and mixture. Pure substance is further of two types, elements and compounds. Elements are further of three types, metals, non-metals and metalloids. Mixtures are further classified into two main types, that are homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Now let us start with the first type of matter on the basis of its composition, that is pure substance. What is pure substance? Students, when you go to a grocery shop, you may find packets marked as pure ghee, pure atta or pure flour, pure honey, pure salt. What is the meaning of pure written on the packs of these food items? For a common person, a pure substance is that which does not contain any impurity or contamination. That is, it is free from adulteration. But for a chemist or a scientist, all these things are actually the mixture of different substances. They are not pure. Let us take example of pure milk. You say, I drink pure milk. Now, what is the meaning of pure in this pure milk? Here, pure means for a common person, it does not contain water or any other impurity or it is not mixed with water or any other contaminant. But actually, it is, in the real sense, it is not a pure milk. It is a mixture of water, fats, proteins, sugar, etc. So for a scientist or a chemist, in the context of chemistry, pure milk is not a pure, it is a mixture. Similarly, you say, I go for a morning walk every day to inhale pure air. Now, what is the meaning of pure in this? Pure means it is free from dust or dirt or any other type of contaminant which may harm us. But actually, you know that air is a mixture of several gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and many other gases like helium, argon, etc. So, for a chemist, this pure air is not a pure but is a mixture of several gases. Now, let us see then what is actually pure substance mean. Pure substance is a single form of matter. It cannot be separated into any other kind of matter by any physical process. Means we cannot separate it by into various other kinds of matter by evaporation process or by magnetic separation method or by filtration method, it cannot be separated. It consists of single type of particles. If it is made up of single type of particles, then it is a pure substance. Then the substance is said to be pure. So what are the types of pure substances? There are two main types of pure substances, that are elements and compounds. Now see elements. There are more than 118 elements discovered. For example, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, tin, sulfur, diamond which is made up of carbon, sodium, copper, silver, gold, etc. These all are elements. These all elements are pure substances as they are made up of one kind of substance. For example, tin. It is made up of one kind of atoms, that are tin. Sulfur is an element made up of only sulfur atoms. Carbon is made up of carbon atoms. So elements that consist of one kind of particles. Now see compounds. Compounds like sugar, water and baking soda. These all are compounds. See the formula of sugar. C12H22O11. C, H and O. What are these? These are elements. And what are elements? These are the pure substances. And compound is also made up of two or more than two elements. Like here, this sugar is made up of more than two elements. It is made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. But in fixed ratio. 12 carbon atoms, 22 hydrogen atom and 11 oxygen atoms. Their ratio is fixed in sugar. So it is a pure substance. See, water is made up of two elements, hydrogen and oxygen. But their ratio is fixed. Their amount is fixed. 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen make this water molecule. Similarly, see baking soda. Formula NaHCO3 means it is made up of sodium, hydrogen, carbon and oxygen. And their amount is fixed. So compound is made up of two or more elements in a fixed ratio. So elements and compounds both are examples or types of pure substances. Let us see the difference between elements and compounds. Element, it is a pure substance made up of same kind of atoms. You can see from here, this is a gold. And see the internal composition of gold sheet here. It is made up of gold atoms. So the whole gold piece, sheet of piece is made up of gold atoms. So gold atom, gold element is a pure substance because it is made up of same kind of atoms. That is, it is made up of same kind of gold atoms. On the other hand, compound. Compound is a pure substance. Element is also a pure substance. Compound is also a pure substance. It is similarity. But what is the difference? Element is made up of same kind of atoms. Compound is made up of two or more elements, chemically combined but in a fixed ratio. Element cannot be broken down into simpler substance by any physical or chemical means. That is why it is a pure substance. Compound, like you have read that in the previous slide, water is made up of H2O. Here water can be broken down into hydrogen and oxygen, but not by physical means. It can be broken down. Compound can be broken down into hydrogen, like in water. It can be broken down into hydrogen and oxygen by chemical or electrochemical reactions, but not by any physical means. So that is why it is a pure substance, but it can be separated into its constituent elements not by physical means but by chemical or electrochemical process or reactions. Let us see the examples once again of element. Element copper, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, they all are elements made up of one kind of atoms. Oxygen is made up of oxygen atoms. Carbon is made up of carbon atoms. Copper is made up of copper atoms. Now see in compound, with the help of this diagram, water, its molecular formula is H2O. It is made up of two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. So amount is fixed of these hydrogen and oxygen in water molecule. So it is a pure compound. Similarly, in iron sulfide, it is made up of one iron atom and one sulfur atom. So again ratio is fixed but made up of two elements. It is a pure substance. So learn the difference between elements and compounds. Now let us learn about the various types of elements. On the basis of physical and chemical properties, elements are of three types: metals, non-metals and metalloids. You can see from here the three categories of elements: metals, non-metals and metalloids. Let us recall the physical properties of metals. Metals have luster or shine. They have silvery grey or golden yellow color. They conduct heat and electricity. They are ductiles, means they can be drawn into thin wires. They are malleable, means they can be beaten into thin sheets. They are sonorous, means they produce sound when they struck against hard surface. For example, metals like gold, silver, copper, iron, sodium, potassium, etc. Mercury is the only metal that is liquid at room temperature. It is an exception. Normally metals are solid in state, but mercury is in the liquid state. Let us recall some properties of non-metals. Non-metals do not have luster, means they do not have shine, except iodine, which is lustrous, having shiny crystals. Non-metals are available in variety of colors. They are poor conductor of heat and electricity with few exceptions, like carbon can conduct electricity in the form of graphite. They are non-ductile, means non-metals cannot be drawn into wires, again with exceptions like carbon can be drawn into wires. Non-sonorous means they do not produce sound. Non-malleable means they do not beaten into thin sheets. Various examples of non-metals are hydrogen, iodine, carbon, chlorine, etc. Now see the properties of metalloids. Metalloids are the elements that show the properties of both metals and non-metals. For example, boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, etc. Now let us learn about the another type of matter on the basis of its composition, that is mixture. Mixture is a combination of two or more pure forms of substances, elements or compounds in any ratio, means they are made up of, they are the mixture of pure substances that are elements or compounds, but their amount is not fixed. They are present in a mixture in any ratio, in any amount. They do not combine chemically with each other. So mixtures are further of two types: homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Let us study about them in detail. Mixture are of two types: homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture are the mixtures which have uniform composition throughout the solution. The particles of homogeneous mixture are not visible by naked eye. You can see from here. In water, sugar is dissolved and stirred. It is mixed well and form a sugar solution. When sugar solution is formed by mixing water, which is a compound, sugar, which is a compound, and when these two compounds are mixed in any ratio, they form a solution, mixture, homogeneous mixture. And after forming a mixture, that is sugar solution, you cannot see the particles of this mixture with the naked eye. And these particles, after mixing together, do not have distinct boundaries between them. So you cannot differentiate that this is water and this is sugar. It means they form a homogeneous mixture. For example, mixture of sugar in water, mixture of copper sulfate in water, etc. form a homogeneous mixture. Now let us see heterogeneous mixture. It is the mixture which has non-uniform composition throughout the solution. The mixed particles of mixture are visible by naked eye. As you can see here, it is a heterogeneous mixture, means mixture of oil and water. They are not properly mixed together and form two distinct boundaries between their components. That this is upper layer is of oil and lower is water, and there is clearly demarcation between the two components of this mixture. The particles of mixture have distinct boundaries between them. For example, if you mix salt and sand, you can easily differentiate this is salt, this is sand. If you mix the mixture of sulfur powder and iron fillings, again it is an example of heterogeneous mixture of oil and water. Now let us see the difference between pure substance and mixture. Pure substance and mixture are the two main types of matter on the basis of their chemical composition. Now see what is the difference between them. Pure substance consists of single type of particles. Mixture consists of two or more pure substances. Pure substances cannot be separated into another kind of matter by physical method, whereas mixture can be separated into components by physical method. Means oil, you have seen in the previous slide, the mixture of oil in water. You can separate these two components of the mixture by separating funnel. Pure substance has its own definite properties, but mixture show the properties of its components, like sugar in water. When mixed, it tastes sweet. So sweetness is the property of its components. Pure substance are of two types, elements and compounds, whereas mixtures are of two types, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. And these are the various examples of pure substances with pictures, and these are the various examples of mixtures with shown in these pictures. Now students, let us learn about the major differences between mixture and compound. In mixture, two or more elements just mix together to form a mixture and no new substance is formed. But in a compound, two or more elements react chemically to form a new compound. Like in water molecule, two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen combine chemically and form a new compound, that is water molecule H2O. Mixture has variable composition of its components, but in compound, the composition of each new substance is always fixed. Like in formation of one molecule of water, two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen always react. In mixture, the constituents retain their properties, but in compound, its constituents lose their properties. For example, in water molecule again, hydrogen and oxygen have their own properties. They are in gaseous state. Hydrogen is the lightest gas and it is highly inflammable, whereas oxygen is the supporter of combustion and very important for the survival of living organism. But when they combine, when they react chemically and form one molecule of water, the properties of water molecules are different from hydrogen and oxygen. Water is in liquid state and it extinguishes, it put off the fire, whereas hydrogen and oxygen are in gaseous state and have their own properties. In mixture, mixture shows the properties of its constituents, but in compound, the new substance has totally different properties of their components. Mixture the constituents of mixtures can be separated by simple physical means like in oil and water. When they mix together, water and oil can be separated from each other by separating funnel. Means sand and water mixture can be separated by simple filtration means. But in compound, the constituents of compound cannot be separated into their means compound cannot be separated into its constituent by simple physical means water cannot be broken into hydrogen and oxygen by any physical means, but it can be broken down, it can be separated into hydrogen and oxygen by electrochemical means that you have learnt about electrolysis. When current is passed through water, it can be broken into or decomposed into hydrogen and oxygen, but it is the electrochemical way of separation of components of water molecules. So components of compound, constituents of compound can be separated by chemical or electrochemical means, but cannot be separated by any physical mean. Mixtures can be homogeneous or heterogeneous, but compounds are always homogeneous. Mixture, sand in water, sugar in water, sodium chloride in water, they all are mixture of these compounds in water. But compound like NaCl, glucose, carbon dioxide, water, they are made up of 2 or more elements in fixed ratio. So this is the difference between mixture and compound. You can be asked what is the difference between sodium chloride solution and sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is a compound and sodium chloride solution is a mixture. Then you can give the various points to define the answer that sodium chloride is a compound and sodium chloride in water is a mixture. In your textbook, in the exercise part, you are given some questions like which of the following materials fall in the category of pure substance. Now, after listening to and understanding the whole lecture, now I hope that you are able to answer these type of questions. Which of the following material fall in the category of pure substance? Ice, milk, iron, hydrochloric acid, calcium oxide, mercury, brick, wood, air. So ice, it is the solid state of water, but it is made up of H2O. Its chemical composition is H2O. So H2O is a compound. Iron is an element is a pure substance. Calcium oxide, CaO, is a compound. Mercury is an element. So element and compound, we know both are pure substances. So you can find out the pure substances from this variety of materials. Hydrochloric acid cannot be considered as a compound because hydrochloric acid is formed by dissolving in water. So it is the mixture of hydrochloric gas, hydrogen chloride gas in water makes hydrochloric acid. So it is a type of mixture. Air is a mixture, wood is a mixture, brick is a mixture. So these are not pure substances. Similarly, you can be asked to classify each of the following as homogeneous or heterogeneous mixture from soda water, wood, air, soil, vinegar, filter tea, etc. Homogeneous mixtures which have uniform composition, find out which are those substances: soda water, air, vinegar, filter tea. We cannot distinguish the components of this mixture, so these are homogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture, wood, soil, they all are heterogeneous mixtures and contains non-uniform composition of their components. Similarly, you can be asked the question to classify the following into elements, compounds and mixture: sodium, soil, sugar solution, silver, calcium carbonate, tin, silicon, coal, air, soap, methane, carbon dioxide and blood. You can make the table of element, compounds and mixture and classify them and put into the appropriate table. Like elements, sodium, silver, tin silicon, compounds, calcium carbonate CaCO3, methane CH4, carbon dioxide CO2, and mixtures, soil, sugar solution means sugar in water, coal having various contents of carbon and water vapors, etc., air, mixture of various gases, soap, mixture of various chemicals, blood, mixture of blood plasma, liquid part of the blood and the various blood cells, etc. So like this you can be asked in your exams to classify these materials accordingly into elements, compounds and mixtures. So I hope that students you have understood the topic. If you have any query or any doubt in any part of the lecture, you can ask me telephonically or through WhatsApp. Thank you so much for listening the lecture. Go through this lecture again and understand the topic. Thank you so much. Have a nice day and stay safe, stay healthy.